Yeah.
Welcome to Hitman Boxing. Hit that like and subscribe button. Man, sorry about the lack of videos, man. I got this dog, this puppy. Feel like it's taking up all my time outside of work and everything. It's crazy. Man, if y'all got some tips for dealing with like a puppy, man, my dog is crazy. But anyway, let's get into this Keith Thurman, Manny Pacquiao situation. On July 20th, they'll be fighting on pay-per-view. We all know that. We all have our predictions laid out. You know, I'm picking Keith Thurman to win this fight, but this is something I wanted to touch on maybe a month ago because that's when it was announced initially, but there's not going to be any Vada testing for the Manny Pacquiao-Keith Thurman fight. Let me repeat that. There won't be any Vada testing for Manny Pacquiao versus Keith Thurman. Now, Vada's pretty much been utilized for every major event in the past few years. And I mean, they popped off Jarrell Miller for his drug habit. You know, he's a dope head. Lost 30 pounds. I wonder how you lost 30 pounds, Jarrell Miller. Is it because you couldn't take any of your juice? You lost 30 pounds? That's why. But anyway, let's talk Keith Thurman versus Manny Pacquiao. Now, does this change my prediction? I'm not sure. I know that Manny Pacquiao has been having a really good camp. And I'm not trying to say anybody's using anything. I'm just saying if they were to use something, nobody would ever know. So why not try to gain a competitive advantage if you're somewhat over the edge? And I'm not saying Manny Pacquiao's over the edge, over the hill rather, but, you know, he's fighting a young lion in Keith Thurman. I think Keith Thurman is pretty motivated for this fight. And if anything, Manny Pacquiao is going to motivate you to want to do your best, to want to come out there and win that fight. You know, because if this fight goes 12 rounds, he's not going to win on the scorecards unless there's some crazy knockdowns. If there's no knockdowns, it goes 12 rounds, it's a close fight, it's going to go Pacquiao for sure. But I don't foresee that happening. You know, I could definitely see somebody going down in this fight for sure. You know, I still feel like Pacquiao's got a little left in the tank, but he's not the same Pacquiao he was previously. The Pacquiao from 5 years ago, he's not that same Manny Pacquiao. But he's still got the speed, he's still got the combinations, he's still got the power. But I question whether or not he's willing to finish his opponent off. And I think in this situation, if he gets Keith Thurman hurt, he needs to go for the kill. He needs to have that killer instinct. Now, Keith Thurman, you know, a lot is riding on him at the moment. You know, he's an undefeated fighter, but we know what his background is. He hasn't fought. He's been very inactive over the last couple of years. I'll say that. You know, he's known to fake injuries. He provides us with a ton of excuses as to why he doesn't want to fight certain fighters. So, you know, I look at Keith Thurman and I question whether or not he wants it. You know, he talks like he wants it, but only his actions will prove whether or not he wants to win this fight on July 20th. Now, he said he's going to retire Manny Pacquiao. He has a good chance of doing that if he knocks him out, you know. Pacquiao will have to go back to the drawing board and kind of, you know, think about whether or not he wants to continue in the sport of boxing, because I commend Manny Pacquiao for taking this fight against Keith Thurman. He didn't have to take this fight. He could have cherry-picked somebody else. I mean, he took Broner. You know, he could have taken a lesser opponent. Definitely. He could have took, he just fought Lamont Peterson. Can't think of his name at the moment, but he just moved up to welterweight. He could have cherry-picked anybody for this fight. So much respect for Manny Pacquiao for taking on this fight against Keith Thurman. And I know we make fun of Keith Thurman for being inactive and faking injuries, but, you know, I really think that this is going to be a Keith Thurman with a killer instinct. You know, I think we're going to get the old one time, not once upon a time. But until further notice, he's once upon a time until July 20th. Now, back to the situation with Vada. Manny Pacquiao needs to get on something. He needs to get on some juice for this fight. You know, he needs to take something, and I'm on board with him taking any substance he wants to take for this fight. So if Manny Pacquiao juices up, I think Keith Thurman should juice up too. Because if he doesn't juice up and Pacquiao juices up, he's getting knocked out. Plain and simple. And we'll never know if he takes anything. But all I'm saying is he's having a really great camp. He's looking sharp, looking cut up. You know, He got them tree trunk calves. All you see is veins popping out. Manny Pacquiao, I'm not going to say he's on something, but if he wanted to take something, it'd be perfectly all right. And I'm not going to judge him for it. You know, I know he's afraid of needles, but are you afraid of capsules? I'm sure there's some capsules you could take or a gel that you can rub onto your chest to give you a competitive advantage. Is he still working with Victor Conte? I don't know. But you know what? I fully endorse both of these athletes using performance-enhancing drugs since they're both too cheap to buy Vada and have them do the testing. You know, Keith Thurman, you know, he probably going to smoke so much weed and do so much coke before this fight. It's going to be ridiculous, man. But I hope he stays focused. I think we're in for a good fight, man. This is something that I've been wanting to see. I wanted Mayweather to fight one of these younger prime welterweights before he exited, but he didn't want that smoke. But, you know, Pacquiao, he's like, 70 fights in, man, and he's like 40, and he's still taking on these tough opponents. I can't really knock it. I mean, of course I could make fun of either of these guys because they're both full of shit at the end of the day. But, you know, let's go ahead and uplift boxing for once. And I'm looking forward to this fight, man. July 20th, I might have to order this on pay-per-view, but I'm probably not, though. It really doesn't matter. Now, after this fight, the winner of this fight should probably fight Errol Spence, because, I mean, Spence is fighting, who's he fighting? Sean Porter, and he's going to knock Sean Porter's big-ass fucking teeth out of his mouth. That's what's going to happen with that. I should do a video about that, because, you know, Sean Porter talks a lot. His mouth is too big for him to be talking that much trash, all right? But, yeah, the winner of this fight should fight Errol Spence. So I'm kind of hoping that Pacquiao wins the fight, because I can see Pacquiao taking on Spence afterward. But Keith Thurman, I just see him stalling. I see him making up excuses as to why he doesn't want to fight Spence. And we know he's not going to fight Crawford anytime soon. So, you know, who's got the belts? Okay, yeah. So, yeah, Sean Porter, WBC, Spence has the IBF. Both of these guys got the WBA belt. And then, of course, Crawford has a WBO belt. So, yeah, I'd like to see the winner of this fight take on the winner of Spence Porter. That'll make for a great fight. And then the winner of that fight can fight Terrence Crawford. And then we'll finally have a unified champion at welterweight. You know, the funny thing is, before I started this, or even when I started this channel, man, the welterweight division was, you know, supposedly the most popping division in boxing. And since then, the heavyweight division has kind of taken that over. And, you know, we still haven't really gotten a lot of the fights we wanted to see at welterweight, though we have gotten, you know, a good number of fights that we've wanted to see. But some new matchups have come up, and, you know, I think the welterweight division is trending in a positive direction, minus that Danny Garcia, Mikey Garcia fight, man, because I'm not looking forward to that. I heard Mike Garcia got his ass beat by Eric Morales a couple nights ago, and, you know, I need to do some research on that. But if you did, you know, Danny Garcia just might knock your bum ass out. Again, Manny Pacquiao, you have my blessing. If you wanna take something crazy, some juice, if you wanna shoot something up your ass, you wanna take some steroids, feel free, because it's just going to give you an advantage over Keith Thurman. I would love nothing more to see Keith Thurman get knocked clean out and talk about he got an O and he ain't afraid to go. Well, get rid of that O so he can go, because I'm getting a little sick of Keith Thurman. But if Keith Thurman wins the fight, I ain't going to be mad. It'd be a nice scalp on his record. I just hope he doesn't stall the rest of the division because he's scared to fight these tough competitors at welterweight. Hitman Boxing, drop a comment, like the video, subscribe. I'm out.
This world will bring you down with mass confusion and complexities, but I am the master of my fate and captain of my soul, you see. Stuck in the mentalities that says one thing and does another. Oh, the contradictories. That's when I visit my utopia of Capricornia to be free. Most would say that's not normal, but for me, life is but a dream, and your reality is what it seems. I'm sitting in the crib I found on Craigslist, staring out in space, scheming what my next move is. I'm thinking that it's time to move west. No idea what I'm doing, I'm just trying my best. Not exactly where I thought I'd be. Honestly, a 9 to 5 never was in my dreams. I've been feeling all alone lately. Nothing I ain't used to since 88 as a baby. When I came up out the womb, everybody knew it was something special about me that fills a room. I never understood it, but my OG told me it's a blessing. I should use it to the fullest. And that's what I've been trying to do. But it's hard to keep a smile on your face while paying dues. Damn, it's hella cloudy in the room, and the shadow of reality is darkest when it glooms.
I'm in the midst of the world. I wish someone could see me. Surrounded by clouds, free me. It's like an endless dream, leading to endless roads. I wanna be free from the army of clouds.
I had a suicide dream about a month ago, while I was sleeping on the couch at my parental's house. That's when I knew that it was time for me to up and go. So I booked it, couple friends took it personal. Like, why you just up and go? Ain't even bother to tell nobody, that's rude, bro. It was unintentional. Conversations with myself, I need a hospital. I think I've gone bipolar. Half of me is conservative, any other stoner. I think I lost the love that I had from a good girl. The temp is negative 18, yeah, that's a cold world. Janis Joplin that's playing on my Pandora station. Cosmic Blues, just some emotional life changes. Whole time, no, I gotta stop looking back, because the future's not a present, gotta get on track.
I'm in the midst of the world. I wish someone could see me. Surrounded by clouds, free me. It's like an endless dream, leading to endless roads. I wanna be free from this army of clouds.